Let's be honest, being skinny fat is one of the most annoying spots to be in. You don't feel overweight, but you also don't feel fit. You're in this weird middle ground where you're not sure if you're gonna bulk, cut, or just give up altogether. I know this because I've been there, and let me tell you, it's not about doing more cardio or eating less, it's about doing things smarter. In this video, I'm going to break down the best steps to go from skinny fat to looking jacked. So without further ado, let the video begin. A lot of people who are skinny fat have come up to me and asked me, do I cut, do I bulk? The answer would be simple if you're, for example, skinny or fat, but you're in the middle, so you're not sure what you're gonna do. Because the problem with being skinny fat is that if you go on a bulk, well, you're just gonna add more fat. You already have a lot of fat. And on the other side, going on a cut is not a good option either because you haven't built any muscles. All you're gonna become is skinny. Another problem with both sides is if you're gonna bulk, well, you already have a lot of fat, so all you're gonna do is get more fat and build some muscle. But the problem is, in the future, when you want to cut, well, you will need to be in a calorie deficit for a long time because you have so much fat. And when you're in a calorie deficit, you're not able to build as much muscles. The problem number 2 for cutting is that you won't know when to stop. You probably have a goal in mind, and that is, let me lose all the belly fat. After that, I will start to strength train. After that, I will focus on building muscle. But the thing that you don't know is that your love handles won't go away. Chances are, if you're skinny fat, you have the same genetics as me. Just look at me, I have about 14-15% body fat and I still have love handles. Do you see that this part is sticking out? So if you have the goal of first I'm gonna lose all the belly fat, after that I'm gonna strength training, well, that is not an option because you will always have love handles. So you won't be able to know when you're gonna stop with the cutting, because chances are if you lose too much fat, well, you won't be able to build muscles. You will feel like shit, your mental health will be fucked, so you can't lose too much fat either. So now you might be a little bit confused because both sides are not an option. So the best solution to go from skinny fat to jacked is to be in the middle. It is to do body recomp. And body recomp is don't go on a bulk, don't go on a cut, just maintain your calories and work out. Over time you will build muscle and lose fat at the same time. After 6, 8, 9 months, you will see a big difference in your physique. You will still see that you have a lot of mass, and instead of it being fat, it will be muscles. This is exactly what I did when I started to work out, and over time I saw a big difference on my physique. I got more and more aesthetic, I got more muscle mass, I lost a lot of fat, my waist got smaller and smaller, and I looked better. Now let's talk about diet, and what you have to remember is that with every single diet, there's some kind of sacrifice you need to make. For example, if you're gonna count your calories, every time you eat something, you will need to write it down. If you're gonna do intermediate fasting, well, you will be hungry for a few hours. Or if you're gonna do as me, I only eat meat, right? So I don't eat carbs, that's the sacrifice I make. So it's up to you what kind of sacrifice you can handle. I personally restrict my carb intake because I've found that this is the best kind of diet for me. I only eat natural animal-based food, and with this diet I have made a lot of gains. I have went down to 10% body fat with this diet. So if you want to try it out, you can do that because it's really simple. Whenever you get hungry, just eat meat. Eat a lot of eggs, eat a lot of ground beef, chicken thigh, chicken leg, lamb. Or if you want to go more of the traditional method of counting your calories, you can also do that. As long as you eat natural food and you get a lot of protein, you're good to go. So try out different diets, see which one you can handle the best, see which one you like the most, and stick to it. Because all of them work, and animal-based diet is the best one for me. I can handle it the best, it's the easiest to follow for me. If you want me to make a more in-depth video about it, I can also do that, just write it in the comments. There is some beginners who don't want to make the big step, they don't want to have a diet, and it's okay. If you don't want to have a diet, it works too, but what you have to remember is that diet is really important to build muscles. You will still build muscles without a diet, but you won't be able to maximize the muscle gains you can get. You won't be able to reach your potential. So if you're okay with that, if you're okay with making that sacrifice, that works too. Over time, you will lose fat and you will build muscles, but it will just take longer time. So if you're okay with that, then you're good to go. Now let's talk about training, let's talk about workout split. And as a beginner, the workout split you use doesn't really matter, because here's the thing. Workout split is a tool you use to build up your weak point, and as a beginner you don't have any weak points, so just follow a workout split, and over time, after a few months, you will start to see your weak points, you will start to see your strong points. For example, for me, my shoulders are my strong points, my biceps are my weak points, so I follow a workout split where I prioritize my arms. I follow the Arnold split. And as a beginner, you don't know your strong points and weak points yet, but after a few months, after 6, 8, 9 months, you will see the difference. You will see where you're genetically stronger and weaker, and when you see that, that is when you can change your workout split. For now, it is better to do research on different exercises. It is better to watch videos, learn on how to actually train, how to do an exercise right. Because I see a lot of beginners, they don't train right. For example, on the triceps pushdowns, a lot of beginners, they make this mistake. When they do the triceps pushdowns, they move their elbows. They do exactly like this. This is so wrong. When you do the triceps pushdowns, it's really important that your elbows stand still. Always like this. Do you see my elbows? Do you see how it stands still? A lot of beginners, they make this mistake. So it's really important that you do research and find the right way on how to execute an exercise. Because when you do the right form, when you have the right form and technique, that is when you will maximize hypertrophy gains. That is when you will build a lot of muscles in a short period of time. So do research, find out how to do an exercise right. If you need help from other people in the gym, ask for help. When I train, I like to do 8 to 12 reps because I built the most muscles in that rep range. Now, a lot of people who work out, they do lower reps with higher weights. The reason why I don't do that is because when you pick up heavier weights, you will need to focus more on stability. You will start to use other muscle groups for support, for stability, and I don't like that. Now, if this is still confusing to you and you want more of my help, click the first link in the description and book a call. I will help you with getting faster results. So to summarize this video, the first thing you need to do is body recomp, eat at maintenance. The second thing you need to do is have a diet, eat healthier food, get a lot of protein. The third thing you need to do is research. Search up on how to actually train, how to execute an exercise right. The fourth thing you need to do is have patience. This will take at least 6 months, 8 months, up to 1 year. So you need to have patience. Results will come. This is a marathon, not a race. Remember that. So hopefully you like this video. Subscribe and comment if you have any more questions, because I'm a small channel. I will see every single comment. So just write down below. I will see them.